On to the Central African Republic, where the United Nations has condemned the killing of a peacekeeper in the country and the wounding of 8 others. The UN fears escalating violence in the country following dozens of civilians' murders in recent days. Meanwhile, the UN's peacekeeping chief is visiting the country to assess the security situation. Harper reports from New York.
Several days of increased violence has the Central African Republic on edge. The United Nations mission in the country, known as MINUSCA, has been on the offensive. On Sunday, aided by the Central African forces and local police, MINUSCA launched an operation to arrest heavily armed criminal groups, focusing on the volatile PK5 neighbourhood of the capital, Bangui. But that sparked clashes, and on Tuesday, peacekeepers came under attack. An armed group opening fire on a UN contingent. A Rwandan peacekeeper was killed in the 4-hour assault and 8 others were injured. The UN Secretary-General's spokesman briefed reporters at the UN headquarters in New York.
The Secretary-General offered his deepest condolences to the family of the bereaved, as well as to the government of Rwanda, and wishes a swift recovery to the injured. He recalled that attacks against United Nations peacekeepers may constitute a war crime, and calls on the Central African Republic authorities to investigate them and swiftly bring those responsible to justice.
Meanwhile, in Bangui, protesters have left the bodies of people they say were killed in Tuesday's attack outside the UN mission. They took the corpses of at least 17 people from a morgue and left them outside the UN building. It comes as the UN's peacekeeping chief, Jean-Pierre Lacroix, is visiting the country with his counterpart from the African Union. As part of their 4-day trip, they visited Mauritanian peacekeepers who were wounded during an attack that took place last week on a temporary UN base in the central town of Tagbara. In that incident, 1 soldier died and 11 others were wounded. Harper, CGTN, New York.